Hi, this is Nick Orton from BodyPower with Kai Greene. Hello, Kai.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. This is the first interview we've ever done.
I don't believe so.
All right, it
No,
is.
I
We've
think
not done an
we,
interview before. I would remember.
I think we did last year or the year before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, look, you fascinate me.
Uh-oh. You listening? You got your listening ears on? Either that or we need boots.
So you're the thinking man's bodybuilder.
I'm sorry?
You're the thinking man's bodybuilder.
Oh, if you say so.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
No, it's a very good thing. Now, I remember we first met, 6 years ago when you came over to BodyPower. And you've been coming pretty much ever since.
Yeah, yeah.
Why did you come over to the UK for
Well,
BodyPower?
originally I was an alternate for Dennis Wolf.
You were
Dennis
indeed.
Wolf is highly popular and very much sought after at the time, and I think I was just starting to get a little bit of daylight, and Dennis Wolf unfortunately had succumbed to an injury, and at the last minute, I was asked to come on and guest pose
Yeah.
in his stead. So, yeah, that was the beginning of what is now my great relationship with BodyPower.
I mean, you were absolutely awesome when you came over there. I think you won the hearts of so many UK fans coming over like that.
Well, if you say so,
You did.
it
The
must be
UK
true.
absolutely loves you. Well, look at the size of the crowds you get and the queue.
Oh,
It's massive.
yeah, we had a really good turnout the other night. I'm gonna make a shout out to all the people that came out to support us, because that was really moving. That was moving. It was moving for me, y'all. Yeah.
You spend a lot of time with your fans.
I try to deal well with the people. I don't really call them fans because, you know, we're all able to work because they come out. and
But
support.
the word fan, do you don't like that word?
Well, I mean, you know what? I grew up as an enthusiast of the sport, and I competed as a teenager, and I've had the fortunate experience to experience this thing from the eyes of an enthusiast, and I understand that when Sean Ray was the brilliant success at the height of his career, I would have called myself a Sean Ray fan, but when Sean Ray retired and moved on, so did I. Kevin Lerone was really awesome too. So for me, it helps me stay very, very grounded in recognizing that I'm fortunate enough to be able to participate in something that's dynamic, that is amazing. With it comes a lot of responsibility, and also the need to just stay very grounded. Sometimes we get wrapped up in these terms, fans. We start to see us and them, and the truth is, it's really not that.
But do you recognise the fact that you inspire millions of people to improve themselves?
I think experience. I think inspiration comes from within, and I think that sometimes, we can look to influences around us that help us refocus. Remember what is important to us, energies and ideas that resonate very well with something that we already have going on the side, and we're reminded, oh yeah, I like that, or oh, that represents something that I'd like to be a part of, or that's a great idea that I'd like to find in common, and stand on too. But I don't think inspiration is something that's given. I think if it's not already inside of you, the reason that thing resonates well with, then you're not going to turn around and respond accordingly.
But somebody needs to be the sort of catalyst for that inspiration, and I'd see you as one of those people.
I think each man will represent their own example of what they're trying to do, or what it looks like when you are in the throes of trying to see your own thing realized. I don't think that it's a good idea to walk around saying I'm trying to inspire, because that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm working towards seeing some things realized in my life, and I'm fortunate enough to be at a place where I'm able to do it, and the camera's there, and the spotlight is there. And as a result of that, then you know. The image of me doing it may be a lot more accessible because the camera's there, because the spotlight is there, But, I'm an example of what it looks like when I'm focused on trying to do my thing. And just like, you know, I worked in the private sector for a long time, and I remember, going to work and taking my food, packing my food, and having my food in the break room, at the times when I was trying to stay on my diet and focus. And a lot of times people, believe it or not, would pay attention, and they'd remember and they'd see and recognize, hey, that's that guy that's always eating the same thing. Are you going to eat that? That same? Are you eat that every day? You only eat chicken? Or, the comments would be what they are. But more importantly, people were paying attention to what you were doing, and they were walking away with an image of what that looks like. You served as a point of reference, and whether you were trying to do that or not, So I'm just saying this to say that I recognize that other people are doing the same thing. Believe it or not, if you're subscribing to a certain discipline or following a certain protocol or regimen, that dictates how you eat and a specific way of how you walk and talk, there are people that are somehow inspired by you, and they're looking at you, and you start to serve as a point of reference. Oh yeah, that's that woman that, yeah, she makes all her food. She brings it to work. She eats every 2.5 hours. Yeah, she's trying to do that bodybuilding thing. Or, oh, you know what? She's actually actively in the throes of making some positive changes in her life because she's trying to avoid diabetes. Or her doctor told her that she has some changes to make if she wants to be able to continue to have this life. So, the fact that she's actively in the trenches making the decisions that dictate, what that looks like when you see her eating a specific way. Oh, okay, she serves as a point of reference. We serve as a point of reference. But I don't think that you're working to inspire. If someone sees what you do and they become inspired to think, or at least refocus their thinking, or they're able to recognize something that is important to them, through seeing your actions, then that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think that, it's a good idea to walk around thinking, okay, I'm here to try to inspire people. I'm not trying to do that.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about image as well, because we had a conversation the other day about you wearing red, and why you first started to wear red. If you want to recall that conversation, tell people why it is that you wear red.
Oh man. Well, it's no mistake. I stand on the shoulders of really awesome people that have come before me. Ronnie Coleman was just, you'd have to live 8 lifetimes to live and die and come back and hope you could be Ronnie Coleman. But and even then, you probably would not be as fortunate. But I say all this to say that as a teenager, I remember looking in the magazines, and at a time when a lot of the athletes were wearing hot skins and, the basic colors, black and white. I remember there was an image of Ronnie Coleman wearing red high tops, and I remember thinking, wow, that is awesome. I want to be like that, And I decided to start seeking out red kind of high top shoes. But this was the decision, though, of a teenage, aspiring bodybuilder, as he was looking at references and wanting to liken himself to the champion, or to the champions that were already in the throes of seeing their dreams realized. So I decided I wanted to wear red, and it's so funny because going forward from there, I ended up realizing like, oh, I have, my skin has, red in it, very strong red undertones that seem to come out and become more pronounced when I tan, and so in an effort to be my best, I ended up finding out that I had something in common with the red undertone. And it was just so happened that some years later, as I started to have experienced my breakout year in the sport, that my supplement company, with whom since I've had just a tremendous relationship with, and very, very fortunate to have Muscle Meds on my side behind the scenes. Their colors were red, red, white, and black. So it all kind of just worked together.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention Muscle Meds because you've been with Muscle Meds for years now.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a really strong bond and partnership with you and Muscle Meds. For other athletes that will be looking at sponsorships, there's loads of athletes out there looking for sponsorship. What should they do to try and gain sponsors?
Focus on what's important to you. Aim to be the best at what you're trying to do. And once you knock enough people on their back, people will recognize you and step up. But make no mistake about it, people don't invest in you unless you turn around and show that you are worthy by investing in yourself. So, the idea that you need to be sitting somewhere expecting somebody to hand you something, is not a good idea. Be willing to work, fall in love with the work, believe in the work, love the work, connect with the work. And when enough work has been done, the opportunities will seek you out. You don't have to seek them.
Great advice. Well, look, Kai, it's been fantastic getting this opportunity to talk to you again.
Oh.
And
You're being too kind. He's being kind.
He
probably tells this to everybody that they said, no, I got your number.
We are delighted to have you at BodyPower.
Hey, I'm delighted to be here.
Always.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Long may it continue. Your invite is always open to
Thank
the
you.
UK. And
Thank you.
The UK loves you.
I love the UK.